Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, breaking news. Xavi will leave at the end of the season. Now, guys, apologies because today I wasn't able to give a watch along and the match reaction for Barcelona's game against Villarreal. I just had some things to do, and so I wasn't able to actually do work for the channel. But after after I finished that, I was actually planning to like, hey, let me do like something at the end of the night to basically round off Barcelona's day, the news, to talk about the game a little bit. And Barcelona, they did lose 5-3 against Villarreal. And honestly, guys, I'm so glad I didn't watch that Barcelona performance because it was absolutely atrocious. It was more of the same. Barcelona just being poor, just conceding stupid goals, and just overall just being poor. And we've reached the breaking point, and Xavi today has announced that he will no longer be the coach of FC Barcelona after June the 30th. That is big, big news. And basically, this video is just going to be talking about that and just analyzing his coach because there's a lot of information to talk about. But Javi Hernandez, I want to announce that on June the 30th, I will no longer continue as a coach at Barcelona. I think that the situation needs to change course, and as a culé, I cannot allow the current situation. And this is all due to that game. And Xavi Hilaire comes out in the quotes in which we are going to talk about, but he does mention that he has been feeling this type of way for a while. Continue on with the quotes. I've been a man of the club. I prioritized it above even myself. I've given everything I have, and I will continue to do so to make the fans feel proud. And today, the performance wasn't brilliant. On Monday, we're gonna have like a full detailed analysis, just talking about the game and talking and giving analysis about that. But looking at the macro level, Barcelona, they're not on the right path. Barcelona this season, they've been poor. We haven't been up to standard, and we've been knocked out of basically two competitions in the last 10 days, and we basically threw a laliga away today. And so, looking at how things are going right now, it's not sustainable for Barcelona to continue on this path. And Xavi himself, he says this before, when he knows it's time to go, he will go. And I'll continue on with the quotes. This is De Jong after the match, who I think did not play well in that match either. De Jong, it's our fault, players' fault. If it doesn't work out, it's our fault. There is complete confidence in Xavi and the staff. They are doing a good job. This can't happen, and it's our fault. It's good to know that the players, they feel confident in Xavi, but at the same time, this problem, it's just like something has to change at the club. Something has to change, and the one thing, you can't ship out 20 players, but you can ship out the manager and the staff. It's much easier to do that. But don't worry, the players, they are going to be criticized, and in the summer there's going to be a big clear out because there are players in the squad who do need to leave. Continuing on, Xavi, you've asked me many times that if I'd be the Sir Alex Ferguson of Barca. The truth is that it will never happen here. You guys won't allow it. Being Barcelona coach is so difficult. You see how they kill you, they criticize you, it affects you. And you have to you have to see that Xavi, he's right in this call. The Spanish media in general and the Barcelona environment, it's so toxic. Unless you're winning and winning well, I'm sorry. There isn't a place in the world that has the expectations that Barcelona does. And even the greatest manager of all time, Pep Guardiola, the reason why he left only 4 years into the tenure in Barcelona was because of the Spanish environment, how he was tired, and just this job is so demanding that you need to basically win and win well. And if not, you will be criticized. And unlike many different clubs where, for example, like, hey, just like Jurgen Klopp last season with Liverpool when he wasn't able to get into the Champions League spots. Look how he was criticized, but the board and the club, they still backed him. And now look at where they are right now. They're in first, but that won't happen here. And on top of that, Xavi hasn't shown enough to warrant a stay. So just looking at the whole situation, it's toxic, and Barcelona needs to change. But continuing on, everything will be calmer now. We can compete for the Champions League. At least with this decision, you, the press, won't kill me anymore. The club will improve with this decision. I do think that this was the right decision for Xavi to announce his exit from the club. And hopefully in these next couple of weeks and the next couple of games, we can see Barcelona, have like a morale booster, say like, hey, you know what? At the end of the season, we're gonna have a fresh start, a clean slate, and we're gonna be able to work and do better next season. But while Xavi is here, let's do the best that we possibly can to send him away with something. Let's focus on the league and let's get the top four and crawl some points back from Real Madrid and Girona. In the Champions League, we're still there. We're still in the Champions League, and so let's go and let's face Napoli with the best possible intensity and performance that we can possibly put on. But continuing on, Xavi, this club needs a change of dynamic. Leaving Barcelona is the best decision possible for all parties involved. I'm the most responsible one, so the players will finally feel free now. And this is Xavi, uh, you know, saying that he is the most responsible. And I do agree, like at times the coach is the most responsible for what is to happen, for what's happening at the club. But at the same times, sometimes Xavi has been, too protective of the players. At times, he hasn't been harsh enough. I'm looking at players like Kunde. I'm looking at players like Christensen. Looking at players like Frankie de Jong, Lewandowski, Joao Felix. At times, he hasn't been harsh enough to say, "Hey, you're not playing well. Go on the bench." He hasn't been like that. And, he is shouldering most of the blame. Whether that's right or not, that's up to the debate. But continuing on once again, Xavi, I will leave Barcelona in June. We have reached a point of no return. It's time for a change. As a culé, I think it's time to leave. I spoke with the board and the club today. I will leave on the 30th of June. And his last quote: "I understand Frankie De Jong's words, and we're all being responsible, but I'm the most responsible. We made mistakes, but that penalty play conditions the game. Even the fourth referee tells me it's a clear penalty." And in regard to that penalty, because I did see it, in which Barcelona they are appealing, I don't think it's a penalty. I know like you want it to be called, but at the same time, if that penalty was called against us, we would be very hard done by, and we would think, like, hey, that's a harsh penalty to call. And so I don't really agree with Xavi there. But overall, guys, the takeaway from this video is that Xavi will be leaving at the end of the season. Just Barcelona, they haven't been up to standard, as I've been saying, and as has been said in this video and by Xavi, we need to change the dynamics. We can't keep continuing on, because then we would be going, downward, into the downward spiral, and that's not a good environment to work on. But guys, it was absolutely huge. I did talk about Xavi's quotes in a little bit detail, but we will be talking, in the episode with Alex Alvaro Sebi, in on Monday. Tomorrow, well, actually, you know what? Well, I'll figure that out, and I'll definitely let you guys know. But guys, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on the breaking news that Xavi will be leaving at the end of the season. I wasn't expecting it, but it is what it is. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video.